Welcome to the fourth video in my United States playthrough. My name is Ripkin, this is Hearts of Iron 4, patch 1.6.2, January 1st, 1939, left off with Japan declaring war on China and Communist China. And I got a war going between the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere and the Comintern. You can see Japan's advancements, China's holding them to the north. I'm going to take a look at some of the national focuses here early on. Germany's doing the Second Vienna Award. I've got my infantry, naval forces, and air forces all training. In my construction queue, I've got military factories and dockyards being constructed. Also, in the last video, Mexico put a war goal on us. It appears they went the fascist route, asked us to get out of the Caribbean. We refused to negotiate. And House and Senate support. Current national focus for me is the Louisiana Maneuvers. And in this video I would like to start working on my fleets, although this isn't really going to be a guide in how to use the United States Navy, but I will show what I do and whether it works or not. Keep in mind I am no expert at this game, I'm just messing around, so I'm going to start by making 3 carrier fleets. It's going to be 221, a battleship fleet, some patrol fleets, and some convoy raiding convoy escort fleets. I'm not going to use the task force composition editor. I've had some problems with it in the past, so I'm just going to manually do this, and I'm probably going to change it a lot as I go, so I'm not going to emphasize too much on it right now in the video, but I'll go over it again later. I don't want to have a 2-hour long video of me doing things that I don't actually intend to do as I'm learning. So I'll just recap it later on. But one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring down the pride of the fleet and put it into my first carrier fleet. And then I'm just going to cherry pick some of the battleships out and put them into the 3 carrier fleets. And I'll also have a battleship fleet. I'll probably be my Atlantic fleet. My carrier fleets will probably be my Pacific fleets or something like that. More so, I just want to be prepared if I do get attacked, that I have something to protect my coastlines here early on, until I've been able to produce enough of the newer screens. Anyway, I'm going to work on this, and I'll go over it again later in the video. Alright, so the fleets are coming along, but I'm not done yet. Still messing around with them. Louisiana Maneuvers is complete, but I'm gonna wait to see if I can get to 30% war support and go into giant wakes. She is right. Some more government support. Kingdom of Hungary has joined the Axis. Doesn't help us. Second Vienna Award. Speed it up, see if I can. Treaty of Craiova, not sure if that's how you say it. I do have another cabinet member, political power for a cabinet member. I could go with Springfield Armory to boost my weapons, although I am building military factories, so I think I'm going to go with my war industrialist now. Get some of those factories out, get these factories constructed faster. Poland has joined the United Kingdom. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to get to the 30% now. I'm going to go ahead and pick another national focus. I'm thinking maybe support Rock Island. Or I do want paratroopers, so I'm going to do 1st Special Service Forces. That'll help with researching paratroopers later on. Alright, so I need to distribute out my light carrier still. I also have a new St. Louis class and a destroyer. I'm just going to send those down to my 1st carrier fleet, but I'm still playing around with this. Nothing's settled yet. And I'll go over this again a little bit later, once I figure out what I'm doing here. And trade for this rubber. 1st Special Service Force is complete, but I want to wait and see if I can get the 30% war support before I pick another national focus. I'd really like to get started on giant wakes. My current naval fleet's kind of what I'm coming up with. Coup in Romania. I'll go into my fleets in more detail later. I want to look at some of the national focuses. See what Mexico's up to. And Japan. China's actually doing a lot better than I thought in this war. I'm going to look at the casualty count. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to get to 30% war support, so I'm going to have to pick a national focus. Research grants are up. Go ahead and do that. So I'm thinking airborne divisions. I really want to get paratroopers. It's that or carrier primacy. I'm going to go with airborne divisions. I'd like to work on my paratroopers and get those deployed and training. My current research, House and Senate support. Although when the research grants are up, House and Senate members will oppose me, so just keep that in mind. I want to set automatic split on all my fleets. And you can kind of get a look here at what I've come up with, but still this is going to change. Got a Gleaves class destroyer. I'll send that down to my Atlantic fleet, one of the task forces. And I'm going to send this sub. Looking where I need it. I think I'm going to send it to the Atlantic fleet as well. My current production. Gonna go ahead and add some more dockyards in here. Alright, and I'm gonna tinker around a little bit more with these fleets. I think I'm gonna send a battleship down from my first carrier fleet to the battleship fleet. Actually, I'm gonna go with the Nevada. I'm gonna send Nevada down. And that's because I do have in production a newer battleship that's going to go to the first carrier fleet. So I'm going to appoint Admiral King to this fleet. Give him concealment and smoke screen. And I'm just going to give him a red skull and crossbones. For the second fleet, I'm going to go with Chester Nimitz. Give him concealment and smoke screen. I'm going to give him an orange skull and crossbones. Third fleet, I'm going to appoint William Halsey. I don't have military power. I'm going to give him a white skull and crossbones. And the Atlantic fleet, I do like Arleigh Burke, but I'm going to go with Spruance. And this could all change. This is ideal, and maybe it's not ideal, but this is what I've come up with. But if Mexico attacks us, Italy and Germany support Mexico, then I'm probably going to go after Germany in retaliation. I'm going to stop my training, send them to repair. The other thing is I don't know when the Panay incident's going to happen. And if I want to go to war with Japan right away. I do want to see how these fleets hold up. But anything can happen. So I'm just going to hit Control C on this. And I can use Control V or Shift Home and then Control V to paste it. And I want to name this fleet the United States Battle Fleet 1. And now I can Shift Home, Control C to copy it. Go to my next fleet, Shift Home, Control V to paste it, and just change the number to 2. And quickly name all these United States Battle Fleet 1, 2, 3. And the battleship fleet will be my United States Battle Fleet 4. And then I want to name all the task forces. And we're going to start, this will be my task force 1. So just Shift Home, Control C, so I can grab it. And then give it numerical 1. Just change the number here. Just change the number here. Same, just change the number. Some of these are going to be like this one. I named it DD Destroyer, so Shift Home, Control V, add to the 5, good to go. This will be Task Force 6, 7, it's already there, 8, looking good. Shift Home, Control V, make that 9. Close, we're going to change it to 10. Nice. Perfect, so we're all named. A little bit more orderly here. I do need to change the colors and icons, so I'm going to give this is my patrol fleet. I'll make all the patrol fleets yellow binoculars. And just because I'm, in theory, giving them this role, doesn't mean I'm always going to have them as patrol. They can convoy raid as well. Yellow binoculars. So task forces 1, 2, 3, and 4 are my patrol fleets. And I actually want to give my admiral the skull and crossbones, not the fleet. So I'm just going to change this on all my carrier fleets. The main fleets are going to be skull and crossbones. And I could use these as strike forces and invasion or convoy escorts, etc. but I know who the boss is in the fleet. He has a skull and crossbones with him. Alright, Task Force 5, 6, 7, and 8 have 5 destroyers, 15 submarines. I'm going to give them I'm going to go with the torpedo looking icon. Or I could go with... I'm going to go with the torpedo icon and make it blue. I don't know why, I really don't know what else to do. And I'll change that for all of these task forces, 5, 6, 7, 8. Need to see what I need to do here, research-wise. Paratroopers. I'm excited to use paratroopers. Alright, Task Force 7, blue torpedo. Task Force 8, blue torpedo. Alright, so Task Force 9, 10, 11, and 12. 2 destroyers, and I'll fill them in with the rest subs. And I'm going to go with the green sub icon. Alright, so that will do it. And it's looking a lot better. It's coming along. I still have some ships I need to put into fleets. This is an Atlanta class cruiser. I'm going to send this to... I'm actually going to send it to my first patrol task force. And a sub to the sub fleet. And I think that looks pretty good for right now. Artillery 2 is done. And I'll start on infantry equipment. Swap this production to Artillery 2. Current construction queue. House and Senate support. Yugoslavia has claims on Bulgaria. I'm going to take a look at the national focuses again real quick. Actually, I'm going to look at some details here. See what's being produced. Germany's cranking out the planes. Poland, Stalin, China. Take a look at Mao and Japan. Expanding the Manchurian railways. Let's take a look at Mexico real quick. And I want to name my fleets. I think I'm going to keep the USS. Just delete this. Make it USS Fleet 1. Because I'm lazy and I don't want to really think too much into it. Shift home, Control C. Move to the next fleet. Click, Shift home, Control V and paste it and just swap out the number. So we've got USS Fleet 1, 2, 3, and 4. All subject to change. And just make this Fleet 4 and good to go. I think I can go ahead and speed this up now. It's already getting to be a pretty long video for myself. Alright, so airborne divisions are done. I do like that Special Forces multiplier. I'm going to speed this up and just see if I can get to that 30% war support. I'm going to grab out my Marines by just double clicking them. Hungary renounces their treaty. I send my Marines to the west coast. Just prepare to go to the Philippines. The German Reich claims Memel. I'm going to split up my infantry and send some of them to the southern border. Can appoint another cabinet member. Construction 3 is complete. See what I want to do next. Actually, I need to do my medium tanks. And right in time, I'll appoint Chrysler as my tank designer. Alright, so I'm still not at 30%. Oh, just jumped 10%. Alright, so I'm able to do the giant wakes. I actually can't believe that happened. Let's take a look at world tension. Oh. Looks like there's a war goal on Romania. Alright, well, it'll be nice to have the civilian economy. Oh, alright, it's getting late. But in the next video, more with Mexico.